I'm Tim Berman with Big Red's Equipment in Granbury, Texas. I'm one of the owners and founders of the company, and we're a tractor, mower, power equipment, and UTV dealer. We started the company back in 2004. It was just me and my dad, nobody else. We were in a 16 by 12 office. We had all used stuff. Went down to a tractor auction and bought a couple tractors and four-wheelers, and it was a part-time thing. We started out using spreadsheets and pen and paper and whatever we had handy to keep track of our inventory and to keep track of the books, and that, of course, wouldn't scale. It didn't sustain very long, and so we added QuickBooks. Well, that didn't manage our business for too terribly long, and so in 2009 we added Infinity into the mix, and we didn't know fully what we were adding, but we knew it was what we needed to take our business to the next level. So one of my favorite features in Infinity over the years has become the available units tab that's on the main screen. And that may sound like a simple thing, but we don't just sell a couple lines of new equipment. We sell 8 or 10 different lines at any given time. It kind of fluctuates, and tons of different pre-owned models. And to find those in the system, unless I have the unit ID or the serial number, I can run a search for that. But the available units tab gives me one screen, minimal clicks. I can see if something's in stock, what I have in it. That is far and away my favorite feature in the program. Has been for years. We wanted to start a company that was friendly to the public. It's kind of funny, but in this business, there are a lot of businesses that they do good service, but they're not necessarily known for being friendly. And we decided we wanted to be friendly, not just friendly. We wanted to represent Christ by the way that we do business. We're a Christian owned and operated company, and we believe that the way that we do business reflects on us as individuals and ultimately reflects upon our churches and reflects upon Christ. And so we believe in treating people right, and we're going to treat them fairly, ethically. Infinity's helped us to maintain our standard of ethics, even in the little things like knowing what we have in something. New equipment, you've got pretty well fixed setup costs and that kind of thing, but used equipment, which is a huge part of our business, always has been and is still a third of our business today. It's critical to know what do you have in the equipment, and we set our pricing because of that. If I have a piece of equipment that I did some work on and I may have put a clutch in a tractor, well, I may have to raise the price accordingly on the tractor, and the system helps me to keep track of that. And so when I commit to somebody on a deal, the system helps me to maintain that commitment by knowing where I'm at and what my margin is. I love networking with dealers. I love getting to know how other people have built their business or inherited a business that's similar to ours, and we learn from each other. I'm a part of a Facebook group just for dealers. It's called Professional Power Equipment Congress. And one of the things that frequently comes up, someone is shopping for a dealership management software, and so they ask what other dealers are using, and so we'll start a poll. I'm one of the admins on the group, and we'll start a poll. And far and away, most dealers, at least in this group, and it's mostly power equipment dealers, a few ag dealers and power sports dealers, they're using QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a good software, but it's not for power equipment dealers. QuickBooks does not tell you the score. It won't tell you the age of your equipment. It won't tell you which lines have good turns and which ones don't. It doesn't handle serialized inventory well at all. And one of the things I love about Infinity is it's scalable. We have 2 locations with Infinity, and we could never do that with QuickBooks. We could have never grown our business to where it's at with QuickBooks. Dealers who are not running DMSs, the other thing is there are a lot of dealers who are thinking about succession or selling their company. If you're not running a DMS, you have nothing to sell. If you're running QuickBooks, you have nothing to sell. Where's your customer list? What's your true parts inventory? What's your cash on inventory versus floored inventory? To get that data is virtually impossible with spreadsheets or QuickBooks or Peachtree or something to that effect. And when you're running a DMS like Infinity, you have something that you can measure, you can manage, and when the time comes, if you want to sell or you want to acquire somebody, you have something. When we first implemented Infinity in 2009, it was a big step for our company. When you add a DMS, it's not something that you just flip the switch on and it runs itself in the background. It requires a lot of training and adapting. We had to adapt our business actually to the software in that we were doing a lot of things non-standard. And it was not an easy task, but one of the things that helped us was that C-System Software has trainers who are able to, they trained us on site, they trained us over the phone, they trained us remotely, and helped us to adapt our current employees, and as we added people, future employees into the software, the support at C-System Software has been incredible. And I've had a lot of different companies that I've worked with that ranged from chat-only support, email-only support, maybe even some phone support. It's really easy to get somebody on the phone at C-Systems, and they're very responsive. They're very responsive by email, which is almost unheard of in this business. They're not paying me to say any of this stuff. It's really impressed me the way that they've taken care of our company, and so I've got to know many of the support staff on a first name basis, and just can't recommend them highly enough.